up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today it's going to be kind of short and sweet. I was in the drugstore the other day and I saw some highlighter that I had not seen before, and I wanted to pick it up and try it out and see if it was any good. A while back, the Farsali Jelly highlight was super popular and I do own it. And I like it, but it can make you look kind of textured and it's fairly expensive. So I wanted to see if these Almay Jelly highlights are any good, if they're worth the lower price point. And so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to swatch them and then I'm going to put them on my face so we can check them out. So the first one that I got is going to be the Make Them Jelly highlight. And I believe this is in the shade 24 Karat Dreams. So that's going to be this gold one. And I've already opened these and kind of like dipped into them because I was so intrigued already. I couldn't wait. But this is what it looks like when you first open it up. It has a weird consistency, like it's very jello-y. And when you just tap into it, it just kind of looks like that. So let's go ahead and kind of dig around in there. It gets kind of crumbly and like almost like slimy. Let's go ahead and swatch this. Oh wow. So that's actually quite pretty, but it gets really goopy. Like you have to use very little. I think that was too much. So this is what it looks like. It's just like a gold shimmery moment. I think it's really pretty. It has like reflects of pink in it and gold, maybe a little bit of green. So really, really pretty. It does feel kind of thick though, so that is a downside. So this has been on my hand for a few minutes and it really hasn't dried down. It feels very tacky. But I did use like a wiping method. So let's open up this guy. This is going to be the Make Them Jelly highlight in Unicorn Light. And I think there are definitely more shades. I picked up 3 and 4. So this one is a pinky one. Let's open her up. Ugh. So same thing. It's almost like a goo or a slime. Just very, yeah. Just very so let's go ahead and kind of dig into this one. It just gets really chunky really fast and I don't want those chunks on my hand. So I tapped out this unicorn light on my hand and I turned down the light so you guys might be able to see it a little bit better. Again, it's that same consistency, very weird and chunky. And when you just tap it out instead of rubbing it on, it looks chunky, but it's still very pretty. So I hope y'all can see it. But it doesn't, like there's a glossy almost over the gold that I did with the swiping motion rather than the tapping. So I think we're gonna tap it onto my face. So I would say they dry down a little bit. I tried to wipe them off my hand with a towel and they're still kind of there. So we'll see what this looks like on my face. I am experiencing some weirdness right here, some texture. I used a different primer today than I normally do, and you can tell. So yeah, my face doesn't look the best right here. Oh, actually looks really gross. Looks like I have really bad acne, which I don't. But I guess I have some bumps under the skin that were accentuated when I put on some makeup and powder today. So what we're going to do is we're just going to dip into this right here. And I think we can layer it hopefully. So let's start with just a little bit. This might be more of like a micro glitter than a highlighty glow. Okay, yeah, we definitely need more than that. I'm trying to not get chunks on my face. not loving this. If we're being completely honest, I'm not. It's like very sheer and just like glitter. Let's try a little bit more. I kind of hate it. It's like really freaking boring. Let's try our nose. It's just like there's no, it's just all glitter. Like there's no undertone, I guess, is the word that I'm looking for. So when you put it on, it's just this glitter that's not that cute. And it kind of looks like shite. Alright, I'm afraid if I do too much swiping, it's going to move my makeup underneath. So there's that. It's like super opaque on my finger, but not on my face. If I just like pick it up and tap it, it gets like really chunky. But then if I blend that out, it looks better. I don't know, guys. I really don't know. I'm trying not to move my makeup underneath while simultaneously trying to make this look reasonable. It's not really working out very well. So now that I've kind of layered it on a bit, it does look better, but it's still kind of like chunky and glittery and just like not, doesn't blend super well. And I'm beginning to wonder if my stupid butt should have used a sponge. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Because the Farsali is like a lot different than this, I guess. It's not as thick. Let me go get a sponge, a wet sponge, and see if that, let me go get a wet sponge. So I got this little tiny sponge and I sprayed it with some setting spray. And I'm just gonna try and go over this with the sponge and see if maybe that helps. Put in the comments below what you guys think about this. I am very confused. I feel kind of mixed about it. I'm not really sure. I mean, it is pretty, but it also is kind of cakey. And I'm just not, I don't know. I'm not convinced that this is something that I would be like reaching for regularly, just because it is more difficult to put on. Let's see if we can dip into this really fast with the sponge and just see what happens. It's like not even, it like doesn't, the sponge doesn't even like pick it up. Okay. Yeah, that's not, it looks like butters. Okay, yeah, I don't really know. I guess your fingers are the best way to use this. I just don't think I like the way it applies that much. I don't know. I guess I'm just used to things like that are, I guess, I don't want to say higher quality because that sounds rude, but you know, just better quality than that. But also I'm not used to my face having all this texture on it either, so partially my fault. But I do think if you apply it with a sponge, it looks better. So I probably should have applied with a sponge from the beginning. All in all, am I obsessed? No. It's not like, oh my god, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. But I'm also not totally upset by it. I think it's still a pretty good product, and I think it is a decent dupe for the Farsali Jelly Beam. I can actually swatch that for you guys right now. So when I went to go grab my Farsali Jelly Beam, I noticed that in less harsh lighting, actually this does look very pretty. So maybe it is just the harsh lighting that we're experiencing. So this is the Jelly Beam. It is kind of the same consistency, but just better. And it like becomes creamy rather than chunky. So yeah, this one is not, this is like a pure highlight. The other one is like a pure glitter. So that is something to be aware of, but this is really, really beautiful. And you can see that there's a difference because it's opaque. Whereas these, which I know I tried to wipe them off and they're mostly still there, but these are more glitters. Like it's just a glitter with like a clear kind of base. I don't think it's a dupe, but I do think it is cute, and I think it is way cheaper. This Farsali one was almost like $50, I think, whereas that one was maybe $8. So it's a big difference in price. I mean, you can tell by the quality, but all in all, I think that if you're somebody who likes kind of fun and funky novelty cosmetics, that this is really cute, and it applies okay. I would maybe say apply it with a sponge or put it on your face and then dab it out with a sponge rather than your finger, just because more of the product was sticking to my finger than my face, and I feel like with the sponge it kind of stuck better to my face than the sponge. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought of these two highlighters that I picked up from Almay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please give it a big thumbs up if you love highlighter as much as I do, and subscribe to my channel before you leave today. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!